a man who spent the nights praying and weeping for the cause of humanity, the perfect example of a world leader, a romantic husband, an inspirational and loving father, a carer of the orphans and the needy. If greatness of purpose, smallness of means, and astonishing results are the three criteria of a human genius, who could dare compare any great man in history with Muhammad? A man who has been ranked the most influential person in human history. The man who changed the world.
Now, brothers and sisters, do you love Rasulullah? Yes! Our Prophet! Our honor! Our Prophet! Our honor! Our Prophet! Brothers and sisters, we know about the hypocrisy of freedom of speech when it's applied to Muslims. But this point about the constitutional environment that is created in the West is the central point I'm going to make today. Why is that? Because some Muslims, they have gone and they are condemning Muslims for protesting. Others, they're saying, you know what, Muslims are just a bit too touchy. We get offended very easily. So let's just accept it. And others will say we should go for the parliamentary system, become MPs, lobby the government. But what they fail to understand is when you have such a constitution, when this is your environment, no amount of lobbying, no MP, nothing is going to stop these attacks. What we are witnessing, brothers and sisters, is what we call an ideological attack. It is an attack of ideas. And if you want to see the culmination of what happens at the end of those ideas, look at Christianity. Which aspects of Christianity today are left according to the true teachings of Christianity? For 200 years we have seen what's happened. They accept homosexual priests. They accept women priests. And every other bid'ah and every other innovation there is going. This is what we mean by an ideological attack. So what they want us to do is shut up, be quiet, accept it. And every time you accept it, they change a little bit more. They put a little bit more pressure on you. And then in 10 years' time, you don't recognize what happened 10 years ago until you don't have a deen anymore. And this is what we say when we say an ideological attack. So our job, what we have to do, is we got to make sure that when these things happen, we speak up. Your words, your voices, they are very important. They mean that we as an ummah, we speak for the ummah, and we refuse to accept any reform of Islam in this way. We refuse to accept our Habib, our beloved Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, to be denigrated and attacked in this way. We refuse. Allahu Akbar. We change or they change. Either we accept or they accept. And brothers and sisters, I don't know about you, but I am not going to accept any change of my deen. Allahu Akbar. And my last message is to Barack Obama. You know, he made some comments after the death of one of his ambassadors in Benghazi. And he says that this is a reminder that we enjoy, this is a reminder of the freedoms we enjoy. Sometimes even the freedoms we take for granted. They're only sustained because there are people like those who are killed, who are willing to stand up for those freedoms, who are willing to fight for those freedoms, and in some cases lay down their lives. So what is Barack? By the way, his name is derived from the word barakah in Arabic, by the way, in case you didn't know. But he has no barakah. What does Barack mean? He means that some people love freedom to such an extent that they are willing to die for it. But let me tell you, Barack, or Barakah, if you don't mind. Yeah, your love for your freedom is nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing compared to our love for Rasulullah. And Barack, since you're so ashamed of your Muslim heritage, let me remind you of why we love our Prophet Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Brothers, when the angel of death came to the door of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was with his daughter Fatima, his beloved Fatima, and there was a knock on the door. And Fatima went to the door, and she didn't recognize the man. And she said, "My father is ill, go away." And when Fatima came back, the Prophet asked, "Who was this man?" And she described him. He said, "Oh, my daughter, that was the angel of death." Brothers, the angel of death does not give you the time, the respect to come to your door. He doesn't care about your door. He doesn't care about your daughter. He comes and takes your life. Look at the respect of the angel of death for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Where's Jibreel? Why have you come here without Jibreel?" So the angel of death, brothers, negotiated and went back and asked for Jibreel. Look at the status of our Rasul with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He didn't do that for any other prophet. When Jibreel came, he said, "Ya Rasulullah, what do you want from me?" And he said, "I want to know what my rights are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Jibreel said, "Your rights are that all the angels and all the creation are waiting for you, Ya Rasulullah. They are waiting impatiently for you to come. And all the gates and all the doors of Jannah are open for you, Rasulullah. We are waiting for you." So Jibreel asked, "Why are you not moving, Rasulullah?" He said, "I want to know what is the status of my ummah, not of me." Subhanallah al-Azim. This is a man on his deathbed, brothers. He is in the final hours of his life, and he's not asking about himself. He said, "What's the status of my ummah?" He loved his ummah more than he loved himself. So Jibreel said, "I heard Allah say that the doors of Jahannam are forbidden for the followers of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam." Subhanallah, our Prophet, our Nabi, our Habib was bartering on his deathbed for the well-being of our ummah, of us, of me and you, sinful, ungrateful servants of Allah, and he's bartering for us. But then he carried on, and Jibreel was witnessing the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in pain, so he turned round. The Prophet said, "Why have you turned round, Jibreel?" He said, "Ya Rasulullah, I can't bear to witness the pain that you are in, so I've turned my back." So the Prophet said, "Indeed, I understand, but this pain of Sakat al-Maut is very painful. But I want you to request to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give me, Rasulullah, all the pain of the maut of all the ummah, for from now until Yawm al-Qiyamah." So Barack, Hillary, Jay Carney, you have no idea about the love of this ummah for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.